Hi, Kevin. How are you doing?
I don't want to talk about it.
So anyway, how's your sex life?
We're going to be reviewing 2003 Flop by none other than Tommy Wisau.
It's not true. It's bull. I will not.
Hello world, welcome to the very first episode of The Last Call. I'm Kevin Dragone, and this is my good buddy,
Shawn Proctor.
Now normally we'll try to review something that's new or just came out, like the Captain America the Winter Soldier or maybe an episode of The Walking Dead. But we thought we'd do something maybe a little unconventional for what might be the most unconventional movie ever made, and that is The Room. So there is a plot maybe in The Room, but it's kind of cliche. It's about Johnny, who is a banker, who is in love with his future wife,
Lisa.
And Johnny cannot give Lisa what she wants. Even though that is a roof over her head, money, a car, a dress, roses all the time. So Lisa has an affair with Mark, who happens to be Johnny's best friend and lives in the same building. Dun dun dun.
Big surprise. And all it is to prove the point to everyone else that they were miserable and betrayed him in their heart. But what makes Last Call different than other reviews?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Sean. Every review, we are going to be enjoying a beer, whether it's something that we really like, that we want to recommend, or a guilty pleasure. So Sean picked this beer. What are we having, Sean?
Steel Reserve. 8.1% alcohol. It's called a high gravity lager. It's probably a code name for malt liquor.
We're going to give you top five reasons we think you have to watch The Room.
Put aside an hour and a half of your life to sit down and watch this.
So worth it. Number one reason, the acting. When I was introduced to this film, I was invited to a friend's house, and all they gave me was the name, but they begged me not to look up anything about it. So don't watch any trailers, don't look up any information, just keep an open mind. And that's what I did for Sean. Sean asked me so many questions, and all I could say was, you just have to watch it.
That actually leads us to reason two, the writing. The writing in this movie, I'm a writer, so I focus a lot on script. This was being rewritten on the set by the guy who played Mark, and it shows. I mean, they said it was basically unintelligible. It was brought into and adapted from a 500-page novel, and I don't know how you get 500 pages out of that.
I gotta imagine the font type might have been in the 30-point region.
72-point crayon, maybe.
This goes on to number three, the casting. There are no names in this film, none whatsoever. You can tell like this production stretched out way over time. We both more or less agree that in the beginning, Lisa is a cute girl. She fits the profile of a woman who's very seductive, who could be having an affair. And I mean, throughout the movie, everybody just is always going out of their way to say how beautiful Lisa is. But as the film goes on, she starts getting, there's layers that unravel in this film, and it's not with the plot.
The hair got weird, bad blown out perm. Ugh. Even though Tommy Wiseau looks like he's in great shape, he might be the most ugly dude in the world. I mean, Gene Simmons, Glenn Danzig, he's like that kind of hair with the ugly, ugly face. Like somebody just, like he had horrible plastic surgery in, the Eastern Soviet bloc, like in the 30s or something. It's horrifying. There's so much wrong with that face.
Now, going off topic, but there was a version of the script, maybe even the book, where the character Johnny was going to end up being a vampire, which I would have bought.
With a flying car.
He would have a flying car. I'm telling you, like, I expected something of that caliber to happen because the movie is just so bizarre and crazy, it makes no sense. that having him been a vampire, I would have been like, yeah, I get it, all right. But because of budget constraints, they couldn't afford to have a flying car. So unfortunately, we didn't get Twilight till many years later.
Reason 4. Although that $6 million did not get you a flying car with a vampire, it did get you 6 sex scenes in the first 30 minutes. Brutally long, not erotic, sex scenes. With Tommy, who plays Johnny, who looks like a gargoyle eating a Cabbage Patch doll. He's basically his own bobblehead.
It is the most awkward sex scene I think I've ever seen. I don't know if Tommy was ever with a woman in real life that was maybe breathing. It's pretty awkward. And what I love most about the sex scenes is just the soundtrack. I have to find this. And number 5 is plot holes. There are a ridiculous amount of plot holes and things that are introduced that never get brought up again. There maybe is 2 things that they will bring into the film that does come towards the end. Lisa's mother apparently has breast cancer.
What are they doing with breast cancer?
Oh, they're curing it every day.
There's no reason to bring it up for the rest of the film then.
I'd rather just show you this one clip. The way that it's paced, everything we described, all the top 5 reasons other than the sex scene, is in this rooftop scene between Denny. I don't know if he's, if Johnny apparently adopted him or takes care of him. Well, Denny, runs into a little problem with a drug dealer where he owes him some money. Just watch the scene and see for yourself.
Hey, Denny.
Chris R., I've been looking for you.
Yeah, sure you have. You have my money, right?
Yeah, it's coming. It'll be here in a few minutes.
What do you mean it's coming, Denny? Where's my money? I haven't got 5 minutes! I'm gonna ask you again, Denny. Where's my money?
Get this guy, get on! Fucking dead, Danny!
What's going on?
Somebody help! Let's take him to the police.
Are you okay? What did that man want from you?
Nothing.
Oh, that was not nothing. Everything is not okay. Denny, that is a dangerous man.
Calm down, he's going to jail.
Denny, what kind of money? Just tell me.
What do you need money for?
Mom, please. Denny's with me and Johnny.
A man like that, with a gun. My God.
What kind of drugs do you take?
It's nothing like that.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I just needed some money to pay off some
Are you okay, Danny?
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
What's okay? He's taking drugs.
Come on, stop. It was a mistake.
A mistake. That he takes drugs.
Let's go home. Come on, it's clear.
What's clear? I am going to call the police.
Mom, stop. It was Denny's mistake. Just stop.
Oh.
Let's go. Why did you do this? You know better, right? Why?
I'm sorry.
Denny, you know that Johnny's like your father. And we're your friends. We're going to help you.
Let's go home.
So at the end of these reviews, what we're doing in Last Call is we will actually give you a scale to tell you whether it's worth watching, and that would be a cheers, or we are going to say that it's a chug. And a chug means that you would drink to forget that you saw this movie. So, what is your review of The Room?
Well, The Room is apparently called the Citizen Kane of horrible movies. It has a 33% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think is a little too generous. But it is so incredibly terrible, but enjoyable. You can't forget about it. You can't shake it off. You will find yourself looking into this movie after watching it. And for that, it's a cheers for me. What about you, Shawn?
I actually have heard this called the logical sequel to the Rocky Horror Picture Show participation style movie. I absolutely think it falls into that category. It is a movie that you can go there and you can see yourself shouting out lines to the movie like Mystery Science Theater 3000 style.
Exactly.
And nobody's going to be upset at you because the acting and the casting and everything is so miserably horrible that you need to rewatch it in order to just absorb the horribleness of it.
Well,
So,
I've already
cheers.
seen it 3 times with a couple different groups of people. How about you, Shawn?
I saw it 3 times this weekend. And so for that, definitely a cheers. So this is definitely a must-see movie.
Yes, it's a must, people. It's a must. So that wraps up our first episode of Last Call. We hope you enjoyed. We're definitely going to keep doing this. So subscribe below. And we'll also include some Facebook and Twitter information. And we hope to see you back next time. Cheers.
Cheers.